Hello, this is Eugen. Here's a little secret for you. I have struggled with having a healthy relationship with food, especially with my lifestyle as a management consultant. As part of my job, I'm often on the road, staying in different cities and flying through multiple time zones. And let's be real, eating healthy while traveling is challenging. Have you seen the options at the Texas airports? The constant temptation of expensed meals, hotel buffets, and the exhaustion of travel can make you reach out for whatever is in the hotel minibar. While I'm not a nutritionist, I learned a few things that have worked well for me over the years. I've managed to stay fit enough to wear the same dress size for the past 7 years. I know it's far from perfect, but hey, I'm making progress. Hopefully, my tips can help you too. Today, I'll dive into my journey with food and the 6 main strategies I use to keep my nutrition on track, even when I'm not home. So, let's go. As a kid, I loved food, and I still do. I grew up in Korea and I was, well, the chubby kid in class. It was tough. Shopping for clothes meant I always looked for the large size, and even my shoe size was a struggle. I wear an 8.5 US standards, and I remember going to Itaewon with my mom to find shoes that would fit me. That was a hit to my confidence. It made me feel like I don't quite fit in, both literally and figuratively. I had a turning point when I moved to the United States for college. I took a nutrition science class in UC Berkeley, and even though I knew that carbs and protein are 4 calories per gram and fat is 9, I felt like I had a light bulb moment that nutrition is more than just numbers.
We're at La View. This is one of my favorite. We're here for Wi-Fi.
One of the patterns I noticed about myself when I overeat was I finish eating a whole bag of chips, that's 6 servings, when I am by myself. Maybe it's because I'm lonely in my hotel room or feel like I need instant gratification to get something crunchy. I had my share of ups and downs, but each time I overeat, I try to understand why I was doing it. Am I stressed? Do I feel like food is the only thing I can control in my life? What's going on? It took me years to develop a healthier approach to eating. One of those changes was hiring a nutritionist, especially during a challenging time when I was going through egg freezing. And that's part of the story I want to share today, how all the years shaped my current approach to eating, especially while traveling. When I know I'm going to eat out, the first thing I do is drink some warm tea. Why? It helps calm me down and makes me feel just a bit more satisfied before walking into a restaurant. Then I study the menu. These days, you can find most menus online, which is a lifesaver. And a fun tip. Take a picture of the menu and ask ChatGPT to recommend what might be the best healthy option based on your goals and needs. Once I get to the restaurant, I ask for a takeout box when I order my food. This small action reminds me of my goal. I will eat until I am satisfied, not stuffed. It reminds me of the Okinawan concept of hara hachibu, which means stomach 8 parts. Eat until you are 80% full. Immediately packing away half of my meal gives me portion control without thinking too much. I like to think of it as out of sight, out of mind. After eating, I make it a habit to go for a walk. It doesn't have to be long. Even a 10-minute walk helps with my digestion and gives me some extra energy. It also helps me mentally reinforce that I'm staying committed to my goals. I always say veggies are my secret weapon. I start every meal with vegetables, a salad, roasted greens, or crunchy cucumbers. Vegetables are full of fiber and water, which helps fill me up, making it less likely I'll overeat on the heavier parts of my meal. Then I move on to protein, healthy fats, and finally carbs. This order of eating helps me feel fuller for longer and keeps my energy more stable. Even at restaurants, I'll look for a vegetable side or ask if they can bring me steamed veggies first before anything else. You'd be surprised, most places are more accommodating than you think. I was also reading the other day that it helps with preventing blood sugar spikes. Yeah, life is short, but now I resist starting with desserts. Most of the time anyway. I live by the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I make healthy, balanced choices. The other 20, I let myself relax a little. Balance is key. It's about enjoying your life without feeling guilty. For example, if I have a sweet craving, I don't ignore it. I just share it. If I'm out with friends and really want dessert, I'll order something but split it with someone. This way, I'm enjoying what I love without feeling like I've gone overboard. You really don't want to be missing out on special moments too. For instance, when my friend told me he somehow got this reservation at a super hot Korean barbecue place, I knew there was no way I would miss that. Eating is joyful, and it's important to give yourself permission to experience that joy. Whenever I'm on the road, I keep my meals as simple as possible. Think poke bowls, sashimi, or even roasted veggies and chicken with rice and dressing on the side. I love poke bowls because they're light, full of protein, and I can add a ton of veggies. The closer I get to whole foods, the easier it is to know exactly what I'm putting in my body. Plus, when I eat fresh, raw foods, I start to realize that some of the stuff we eat at restaurants is like overstimulation on the plate. Have you ever noticed how every bite these days feel like a fireworks show for your taste buds? Sometimes you just want a nice, peaceful salad, not the grand finale at a 4th of July party. One of my favorite travel routines is going to the groceries. In fact, that used to be on my dating profile, taking long walks at Whole Foods. When I arrive in a new city, I Google local grocery stores and stock up on healthy snacks. Fruits, nuts, non-fat Greek yogurt, and anything that's easy to grab and go. I get organic products when they're available because they make me feel more energized compared to junk food. Just make sure you have healthy options with you at all times so you are less tempted to grab something unhealthy when you're feeling hungry or cranky. Being prepared makes all the difference. Buffets can be a challenge, right? I always start by walking around the buffet to see what's available even before grabbing a plate. This way, I make a mental plan of what I'll get, in what order, rather than just piling things on my plate mindlessly trying to get the bang for my buck. I aim for a plate that has veggies, proteins, and a small treat. Of course, again, balance is key. Traveling doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your health. With some thoughtful planning, strategic choices, and balanced mindset, you can eat well and still enjoy the journey. If any of these tips resonated with you, or if you have your own hacks for eating healthy while on the road, please let me know in the comments below. Let's keep learning from each other and come back to my next video topic on...
Let's go! It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over.